Predicted Chelsea 11 to face Aston Villa, Kante returns as Lukaku not fit to start. Chelsea face Aston Villa on Boxing Day as the Blues look to close the gap to Liverpool and Manchester City at the top of the Premier League. Thomas Tuchel's side come into the match off the back of a 2-0 victory against Brentford in the Carabao Cup. There was much rotation in midweek, meaning that Tuchel is likely to make several changes for his side to face the Villains. Despite Kepa Arrizabalaga's man-of-the-match performance against Brentford on Wednesday, Edouard Mendy is set to return in goal as Tuchel has previously labelled him as his number one. Kepa's chances will come over the coming month as Mendy has been called up to the Senegal squad for January's African Cup of Nations. Trevoh Chalobah also put in a performance of the highest quality against Brentford and is likely to start again alongside the returning Thiago Silva and Antonio Rudiger, who were both rested. Marcos Alonso was one of 4 Chelsea players named in the team of the quarter-finals for the Blues and is set to start at wing-back with the returning Reece James on the opposite flank. A midfield three of N'Golo Kante, Jorginho and Mateo Kovacic could be preferred due to the COVID-19 and injury issues suffered, which means Chelsea are without several of their attackers. This leaves Mason Mount and Christian Pulisic, 2 substitutes against Brentford, as a potential front 2 against the Villains. Romelu Lukaku and Callum Hudson-Odoi returned to Chelsea training on Thursday but are unlikely to start against Villa due to their fitness levels after recovering from COVID. Chelsea face tough competition for Torino defender Gleison Bremmer. Chelsea will be facing tough competition in their race to sign Torino centre-back Gleison Bremmer, should they pursue the centre-back, according to reports. The Blues are keen on signing a new centre-back as they currently face a defensive contract headache with the likes of Antonio Rudiger, Andreas Christensen, Thiago Silva and Cesar Azpilicueta all out of contract at the end of the current season. As a result, Thomas Tuchel has been looking at ways of strengthening his squad defensively, maybe even as early as January. As per Calcio Mercato, Gleison Bremmer is currently being hailed as one of the strongest centre-backs in Serie A, meaning competition in the race for his signature will be fierce. Bremer has the best stats of any defender in the Italian top-flight league for intercepted and recovered balls, better than the likes of Inter's defensive trio, Milan Skriniar, Stefan de Vrij and Alessandro Bastoni. Inter, however, sat comfortably at the top of the table, 21 points ahead of Torino. Despite this, Bremer's statistics see him sat in first place for one-on-ones and aerial duels as well. His physical nature will be sought after by a variety of clubs, meaning if Chelsea want his signature, they're going to have to put up a fight. As is being reported, the Blues' current number 1 target at centre-back is Sevilla's Jules Koundé. Thomas Tuchel had previously wanted to bring Koundé to West London over the summer months, but a deal wasn't able to materialise due to a disagreement in his transfer fee. However, this January transfer window, Chelsea may go all out for the French international, despite interest from the likes of Manchester United among others. Dortmund want to sign Hakim Ziyesh from Chelsea with money from Erling Haaland sale. Borussia Dortmund are eyeing up a move for Chelsea winger Hakim Ziyesh with the money they will receive when they sell Erling Haaland, according to reports. The Moroccan international has fallen out of favour in West London after struggling to compete with the wealth of attacking options that Thomas Tuchel currently has at his disposal. As a result, many clubs across Europe have popped their heads up at the prospect of acquiring his signature. As per Calcio Mercato, Borussia Dortmund see the departure of Erling Haaland as inevitable and they want to use the money they receive to pay for Hakim Ziyesh. Ziyech has been linked with Dortmund for a while now, as speculation has mounted, especially since the departure of wide playmaker Jadon Sancho, who moved to Manchester United in the summer. As a result, the 28-year-old could be a suitable replacement in a similar role. The report also states that AC Milan are interested in Ziyech in a potential number 10 role, but he is the second-choice option behind Brest's Romain Favre, who has registered 7 goals and 5 assists in League One already this season, considerably more than that of Ziyech. It was also previously reported that Ziyech may make the move over to La Liga, with Barcelona interested in his signature. Although, given that the club have almost made the deal for Ferran Torres official, the Catalan side are an unlikely destination. Chelsea eye up Aurelien Tchouameni as long-term midfield option. Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel is exploring a potential move for Monaco midfielder Aurelien Tchouameni in January, according to reports. The France international has been a target of Tuchel since last summer, but instead of making a move for him, the German tactician believed he could do with one more season in League One. Since the beginning of the 2021-22 season, Tchouameni has come to the attention of many clubs across Europe with his strong performances for club and country. As per Eurosport, Thomas Tuchel now has the 21-year-old on his radar as a prime target. The Blues' midfield already looks strong with the likes of N'Golo Kante, Jorginho, Mateo Kovacic and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, not to mention Saul Niguez and Ross Barkley for added depth. However, the report states that the West London club are expecting one of Kante, Jorginho and Kovacic to leave in the next year. Looking ahead, Thomas Tuchel has turned to his potential shortlist options, which include former Chelsea academy player Declan Rice and Borussia Dortmund's Jude Bellingham. Tchouameni, however, is the standout favourite, in terms of insider speculation. A previous report from 90 Minutes has revealed that Monaco would be expecting a transfer fee worth around £50 million for the youngster, and the club's sporting director does not want to let him go. He is a complete midfielder, very fast and physically strong. He reminds me of Steven Gerrard. He is already a top player despite being only 22, but if we want to become a top club, then we should not sell him, said Paul Mitchell. Azpilicueta opens up on Premier League COVID-19 situation after Chelsea outbreak. Chelsea captain Cesar Azpilicueta has revealed what he thinks about the current COVID-19 climate in the Premier League given Chelsea's recent number of positive cases. 7 Blues players tested positive last week, meaning they were absent for their sides' games against Wolves and Brentford. Several are also still away for the West London side's Premier League Boxing Day fixture against Aston Villa. In a recent interview, Azpilicueta revealed his thoughts on the current climate in the Premier League. It's true that in the last couple of games, we had injuries plus COVID situations, he told Football Daily. We went through it, of course, we do what we are told. But I think it was very unclear how there were a few games postponed and others not. I think we didn't get the full information on the general rule, and it's a pity that some teams are going through different situations to others because we have people coming back from injuries and it's a bit risky. We still have half of the season ahead of us. Manager Thomas Tuchel, on the other hand, believes his team do not need the pity of others during this tough time. Nobody needs to cry for us, he said. But I would like to play us right now. But I cannot see a connection to this. They are happy when a game for other clubs gets postponed because of COVID, but for us they are happy when we play because we have a lot of money. Thomas Tuchel reveals his favourite moment at Chelsea in 2021. Chelsea head coach Thomas Tuchel has named his favourite moment of the year, and his answer will surprise nobody. There have been many highlights, including lifting the UEFA Champions League and UEFA Super Cup in the year. And speaking to Chelsea FC website, Tuchel has named the Champions League triumph as his highlight in 2021. He said, "That's an easy one. The Champions League final in Porto. Kai Havertz made history, bagging the only goal of the game as Chelsea went on to lift their second Champions League trophy." There were many memorable moments on the way for Tuchel, with a round of 16 victory against Atletico Madrid followed by triumph against Porto before beating Real Madrid saw Chelsea into the final. The Blues then started the 2021-22 season brightly, lifting the UEFA Super Cup after beating La Liga side Villarreal on penalties due to a heroic performance from Kepa Arrizabalaga. Tuchel will be hoping to make even more positive memories in 2022 as Chelsea are still very much involved in every competition. His side currently sit third in the Premier League table, having fallen off in recent weeks, and will be hoping to challenge for the title until late on in the season. The Blues are into the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, where they will face Tottenham Hotspur. The FA Cup begins in January, a month before Chelsea participate in the Club World Cup as they look to challenge on all fronts this season.
That is on Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you by tomorrow news.